Right, I'm just going to look at when you get somebody in for a gel polish and they've got really thin, flimsy nails. When you put the gel polish on, the nail is so flexible that sometimes the gel polish can not last as long, or it can chip off. So what you need to do is to just build up their natural nail so that it's it's more firmer, solid. And the way to do that, one way to do it is you could put a layer of hard gel over first and then put your normal gel on. Or if you want to give it a sort of a stronger feel, then what we can use is like a dipping powder. Now I'm going to use it in a slightly different way here today, and I'll show you what I mean. So obviously you would make sure all your clients' hands were completely sanitized, and I'm working on a dummy hand here. So with your dipping powder you can put it into a separate small pot, and you can actually then throw the remaining contents away that has left after the service. But to get this, but as you can see, it's a dummy hand. So first, obviously we can't do the cuticles because there's no cuticles because it's just a dummy hand, but you push the cuticles back. Obviously you've pre-shaped the nails to start with your file, and then you need to prep the surface of the nail so that it's ready to accept the products. So I'm going to get my electric file here, and I'm going to run it very, very slow. I've got a very fine sanding band on here, fine sanding band, and I'm just going to go round the back as I normally do, just round the back here like this, just removing any trace of skin that's on that nail. And as I said, I'm running it very, very slow. I'm just going to go all over the nail, applying no pressure whatsoever, just taking off the surface shine and any skin area that may have built up around the cuticle area there. So that's your nail prep done. So I can just dust that off, and I'm going to now I'm going to actually just get some nail prep here. I'm going to place this onto the nail. That's just to dehydrate it. And you could of course wipe it with acetone or alcohol of some sort. I'm going to get some primer. I'm going to apply that to the nail, avoiding the skin areas. And I would go along all my nails in that fashion. Now I'm going to get some base coat, and this is a gel base coat, and this is where it's slightly different now. And I'm going to just get this, and I'm just going to apply it onto the nail like this. Get it nice and even, don't get it on the skin. Just pop that back on for a moment, and I'm going to get my dipping powder, which of course is an acrylic powder, and I'm just going to dribble that onto the nail like so. Give it a tap, pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds. So out we come, out of the lamp. I'm going to go on now with the second layer. And don't forget, UV light actually kills bacteria, coronavirus for instance. So again, put the second layer on. Again, don't get it on the skin areas. Just clean out if you do. Get your powder again, dribble it over. And as I said, you can use a separate pot, but this is just a dummy hand, so there's no problems with cross-contamination. So let's just tap that out, and then I'm just going to pop it into the lamp again for my 30 seconds. So out it comes again, and at this point now, depending on how strong or weak the nails were, you could, if you want to, apply a second coat, a third coat I should say, and that would then give you a really strong nail. This is actually feeling very, very strong. So if you wanted to put a third coat on, you can do, and again you just do it in the same way, like this. It all depends on how thin the actual nail plate is. So 2 coats is normally okay. Just going to dribble that onto there again. Now dipping powders originally were designed to actually dip the finger into the pot, but I'm not particularly, that's the way I used to do it, but now I don't particularly like that way. 30 seconds in the lamp again. So now we take it out. I said you can do 2 or 3 coats, it's up to you. We can dust it off. Here we go. And we can see now that it's really, really strong. So you can just get your file now, just do what you normally do, go up the sides, just check the end, go around the back, just to make sure it's nicely even. I'm using a 100 file here, but 100, 180 is fine. And then I'm just going to flick over all of the surface, just smoothing out any areas. If you had made a bump or something, you can file it out at this stage. I'm just going to block it over with quite a rough block. It's a 100 grit, this one is. Don't have it too smooth, otherwise your gel polish is going to not stick. So here we have a nail now that is really, really strong, because it's acrylic powder we've put on, so that is really strong. And of course that's just going to soak off in the normal way when you do your soak off your gel polish. You can wrap it, but you may have to put it into an acetone pot just to get that through. So there's no need for a base coat now. I can go straight on with my polish. Just ease up to the back, down the side, twist the hand. This hand is not too flexible, so it's a little bit more difficult than a real finger would be. Don't forget, cap the end. And then it's into the lamp for your 30-second cure. Right, so out we come again. Now I'm just going to go on with my second coat. Again, I'll put it about here, and just ease towards the back. Don't get any on the skin. Roll the finger so you can see the sides, come down, and just apply your gel polish. I'm using Kaga polish here, which I think is really great and very good value for money. And we go into the lamp here for 30 seconds. So now I'm just going to apply my no white top coat, which I prefer above all the other top coats. Just ease towards the back, roll the finger so you can see the edges, come down this side. Don't forget to cap the end. Just have a quick glance over it, revolve it in your light so you could see if there's any unevenness. Pop that into the lamp, and I'm going to give this time, I'm going to give it 60 seconds. So the last thing you would do then is just get your cuticle oil and put it around the back and just smooth it in. Right, so you can see here now that that is a really nice finish. It's absolutely mega strong, and that's not going to chip off your customer like you would normally get with polish on a very weak, thin nail.